behalf of IHM Kerala State Chapter. Today we have interesting interactive workshop which is something different from the last one. It is interactive workshop and we need your interaction and cooperation. So try to be with the class. Some of the changes in the pattern of the class, like we are going to discuss some cases, prescription, follow-up, and upon each case presentation, you will provide some enough time for discussion and asking your doubts. Then we move to analysis and case presentation by the faculty. Today, you are not allowed to chat in the chat box. If any queries you have, you can ask directly to the host only. So, dear delegates, you will be getting enough time for discussion. So, try to be in time. You can work out the case, whatever you have, your software, your radar. I request all the delegates to make fruitful use of all the interactive workshop. And I like to introduce our faculty today. Today we have Dr. Praveen Kumar. Sorry. Today we have Dr. Praveen Raj. He is VHMS MD and pursuing his PhD. He is currently principal of Alvis Homeopathy Medical College from last 5 years. Some of the achievement of Dr. Praveen Raj, he published 5 years research paper from an author, homeopathy books, and presented 25 seminars paper, and he's very active fellow in homeopathy stream. So on behalf of IHMA Kerala, I welcome you, sir. Please start the session.
Thank you, Dr. Anifi and Dr. Deepu. As it is already introduced, we shall do something different today. In the sense, I think you all had umpteen number of CMEs and webinars and so many things all along. Thanks to IHMA Kerala. Wonderful job. And this lockdown has really worked out in flooding different ideas, stimulating your thoughts, showing different avenues. I too did enjoy a lot of these webinars of various faculties, and it's really a lot of eye openers to each one of us. So here one attempt. All this sharing is why I am interested personally is because these sharings are the one which help each one of us, not only the listeners, the person who is presenting also to learn something more. Hence, even if I don't see you face to face, though it's virtual, we carry on with the discussion. I want you to be very active. Now, this presentation, in fact, when we talk about case working, you go ahead in your own way. There is no restrictions how you go about. I just don't believe in a sort of just 1, 2, 3 computation, permutation, and then coming to remedy. There is something we just, as homeopathy is dynamic, we also do go for perceiving these dynamic aspects of this homeopathy. And a lot of your off field, when you're talking about a case taking off field, when you explain a case here in this ideal situation, it's totally different from what you see in your own clinic, that majority of you have your own experience. So hence, it's an attempt. Let us see how it is getting unfolded. I just intend to show you 2 cases. I have more. If time permits, we'll go through that. But all this intervention, all these communications, the whole webinar success will be based on the interactions which we have, the quality of interaction. So that would help us to go to the next level. Let us see. Initially, few slides, I'll show you something. See, the law of similars, we always say it is eternal. Yes, there's no doubt about that. It's the same old story. But we always refer it how old. Our references comes all from Hahnemann reference. He always said it's very eternal, and we go back to, we said Socrates said there is law of similars existing. Galen said there's law of similars existing. But it's very surprising to see that it's not only just in European countries. Law of similars was recognized in India itself. You may be surprised to see this. And where is the reference? The reference is not in today or yesterday's literature. The reference is in somewhere else, far, 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 far. Long ago, you can just see this. It is in Srimad Bhagavata, first skanda, fifth adhyaya, where Maharshi Narada says to sage Vedavyasa, what he says, if ingestion of a substance could cause a particular disease, then same substance in modified form and appropriate dose can cure that disease. You just see how beautifully homeopathy itself is explained. It is not just a similar, it is also a dose. It is aphorism 26, 29, aphorism 63, 64. Everything is involved in this. You just see how beautifully the whole thing, it is nothing but homeopathic law. So when you go through this Mad Bhagavata, you find this, it's written in Sanskrit, you can see that. So we can be quite sure that this law is here to stay. And today in this COVID era, we are also seeing that the uprising of homeopathic system, the recognition of our preventive medication, which a lot of people had doubt before, but today, yes, it's working well. And including ourselves, that is, there are a lot of now studies going on, including CD4 count, they say it's increasing. So it's all good news. 3 simple steps in your case taking, in your whole of this dynamics of case management. A good case taking. A relevant totality construction. I just mean relevant, really mean it, because you can have a different totalities from a case. It's all depending on us. Somebody can pick up a delusion from the whole totality and nothing else. Someone can pick up only the physical from the case and nothing else. Someone can say, get into the whole of mind and say that this is the whole so and so. Or someone can just talk about a peak which comes at the sector level and say this is the medicine. So it's all the relevant totality where it comes. So you cannot go for everything and each and everything, but go into what is essential. Then select an appropriate remedy. See, in your case taking, something very important is you need to listen well. You should talk less and you should listen well. It's one of the very, very valid point which we need to keep in our mind. Sometimes we forget it. And another important is right thing at a right time. You must speak to a patient at the right time, the right thing. When you speak, I will not go into details because all these things can take hours together if I'm just talking about this. But this is when I say this, I think something can stimulate in your mind. Yes, what it is. Just go through right things at the right time. That will help you. You will become a very successful. You need not talk so much. You are 3 words, 4 words, 1 sentence, 2 sentences, enough, and that will make it so effective. The doctor-patient relationship, the rapport, what we develop is very vital in homeopathy. Only then we get certain important points what you're supposed to get. We always look for formulas, and routinism doesn't give you good result, but formulas, some of the formulas are not simply made. If you look at those formulas, they have a construction, one philosophy behind it. Many times you can see there may be an anti-miasmatic, there can be one deep acting, there can be one short acting, but they may have a sort of relationship also between them. So that type of a structured one, so-called one shortcut may help you. Otherwise, just simply go for a routinism. We need common sense. In your case taking, you require a lot of common sense, particularly aphorism 98, let me tell you, that where it's written about circumspection, tact, that the skill, the knowledge of human nature is very, very, very important. Hahnemann has rightly touched upon the point, knowledge of human nature, caution in conducting inquiry, and patience in eminent degree. He knows how the patients are. We know how our different spectra of patients who come to us, we require patience. Then only we can make our patient all right. If we become impatient, our patients may disappear without any good result. In your chronic cases, we require important aspect is the time factor. In foreign countries, maybe in a week, they may see 2 or 3 cases. But here you can't imagine seeing just 1 or 2 cases in a week or in 2 weeks. So in India, what happens is, as per somebody was doing one survey, they say it takes around 3 minutes to 6 hours, one single case taking. We have people who take 1 to 2 or 3 minutes, they finish the case, they see hundreds of cases, common in states like Kerala, West Bengal, we see them taking so fast and just they get into a prescription. But we also see people who are taking 5, 6 hours, a half day a case, and then give medicine. That's how the dynamics. It's really wonderful. Now, unsolicited symptoms are of great value. What do you mean by this? Those symptoms which come from the patient's mouth without your direct question. That is the most important aspect which you have to see. It's not that always that we ask a question, they give an answer, and those answers are we just record them. No, more important is the answers or those information which comes to you on its own, because there is a power, there is a pressure in it, and that is of most valuable thing. It's all power packed words what they speak. Those things are the one. Be careful in catching them up. So hence, always when you go for the case taking, you listen. Let them speak. You want to ask something, let it be little later. Another very important point about case taking, homeopathic case taking, these are the very few things, let me tell you. Very respectful of patients' feelings. Yes, we are. No other case takings are so respectful of patient. They're not much bothered about the patient. They may bother about that organ. They may get excited if they see something abnormal. But we are more respectful of our patients. That's something really, superior. Now, in a first interview, always try to develop a rapport. Don't think that you can cure each and every case with the first visit itself. Not possible. Need not be also. Be relaxed. Another point of observation: an allopath looks to retire by 65 years, but a homeopath achieves consistency in case taking by then. Not only case taking, in result production. He'll be able to produce the reproducibility of cases will be much higher as a homeopath becomes more and more aged. That's an interesting observation. How should we consult? Many doctors, many young doctors, many of our students, as they go out, they just keep asking us, sir, how should I start? What should I do? Because all these questions start once they're into internship. Till then, it doesn't come. Or they're into PG studies. That's the time it comes. How should be my style? What way should they try their best to copy somebody and go ahead? Just one single sentence. Do what you feel right. That's all. Just do what you feel right, because your style is yours. And to that style, your patients will adjust. Please don't keep changing your style. That creates confusion to the patient. And instead, just follow a style which is very comfortable for you. And that will be a very important success story for success mantra for each one of you. Just to follow your own conscience, your own inner voice, and follow the style. That will help you. Now, somebody will ask, in especially chronic cases and other cases, and how should we open, sir? What is the way we have to go ahead? How should we start the case? No tailor-made method. Each of you know there are no tailor-made method. As it comes, what it depends? It depends on especially two factors: physician factor, patient factor. Now, what is the physician inclined upon is one factor. What is the physician's mood is another factor about the patient, physician. In a patient depends on what is that which is bothering the patient more. That is the other factor. So patient factor and physician factor works so well in going for how you open the case. Quite often we all open with the chief complaint, but after some time you can feel that sometimes this chief complaint may not be the real chief complaint. That the chief complaint may be different. Now that you come to know only as the conversation begins and content gets revealed more and more. Please be open-minded. Majority of you might have experienced this, especially during your studies, when you're in the bedside or in an exam, or you're giving on bedside clinics. When you go to the patient, you ask somebody there, seniors, what is this case? They'll tell you, this is a case of ulcerative colitis. Finished. That's all in your mind. You only think about ulcerative colitis, and the whole case, you just miss it because you have already closed your mind. You're unable to see the valid, important points that are around, and you simply miss it. So, same thing can happen. See, now in a study, it's okay, but in your own clinic, you can't afford this to happen. Never jump to conclusion. Conclusions will come on their own. Remedy will open up and come on its own. Patient will give you more and more clearer picture as time passes. Maybe in the first visit, maybe in the second visit. We need not wait for the 10th or 15th visit. No, 1, 2, 3 visits. You will be able to understand there is something more and clarity more, and you'll do it. Be open minded. It's the second mantra of the whole thing. Now, classical case taking is possible. What do you mean by classical case taking? There is nothing big in it. You need to cover almost everything. MG, mental general, physical general, characteristic particulars. Cover is mind, cover is general aspects, cover is symptoms. If you are able to cover these areas, that's all, your case taking is almost over. Now, modify case taking according to the setup. Can't be rigid in our approach. It's all depending on the situation. Go with the situation, change accordingly, and after some time, it becomes so exciting that case taking every day you learn something new in handling the patient. All you need to do is to get a PQRS. The moment you understand these are the PQRS, you can be quite sure what you can do. And PQRS speak a lot. I can talk on this a long time regarding how a PQRS symptoms can help you in assessing not only the diagnosis aspect, person diagnosis aspect, remedy diagnosis aspect, prognosis aspect, the management of the case, and what would be the follow-ups, which will come. These are all the things you can make out at the very beginning of your case taking. It's all possible. Now, many of you all, including myself, when he's passed out RBHMS, we like to sit with somebody, a good homeopath, an experienced homeopath. It's a good option. Follow this option, but always keep your mind open. It's very important. All you are with whom you are sitting may not suit you, but there is something which is very good for you, because what you study in a colleges, yes, I'm principal of a college, still I'll tell you, what you study in a colleges is not always the one with that. It will give you the background. It will just give you the background. It will equip you, but until and unless you get into the field, you how sharp is your razor. So sitting with an experienced homeopath will make you feel the field, how well it is, how good it is. And so that can help you. Physician's observations, very essential for success. It's very essential for success. And more than what patient says, you observe. Your observations, what point or cues you get, they're the one which are going to help you a lot in your patient management. Now, direct questioning is quite possible, can be done by, and is being done everywhere, but they're all double-edged sword. It can do good also, it can do bad also. If you're already somebody who's already close to your mind, it can create little harm. Otherwise, it's a shortcut. Now, this is one point which many times we may not be observing, but we may not be feeling, but yes, we use it in our practice. A homeopath's inner feeling. What you feel when you talk to a particular patient. A patient has come to you, he's spoken to you, but you're getting a sort of irritation with him. Probably that patient is chamomilla. You can follow it up. When you talk to a patient, you feel so friendly to him. That could be a phosphorus possibility. These are high possibilities. We have seen it happening. So that will help you. I've seen example, simply I've given you some hypertensive case with high anger, Naxomica, just because he asked me that. Don't ask me any more questions. I asked only 3 questions. Don't ask me any more questions. I get angry. Put him on Naxomica, he became all right. He became really all right. He just called within a week and said, my pressure is normal and no more I'm getting angry. Had a patient of cervical spondylosis and bronchial asthma together, combined, clubbed patient who had seen some other homeopaths, not better, but while talking to her, it looked so nice and so friendly she was, and we felt a sort of different, a friendly air, and phosphorus eventually cured not only bronchial asthma, not only cervical spondylosis. Later on, she came also with a meniscal tear after a fall, and that also made her all right within a month with the same phosphorus. Now, use patient's words. You need to be in the same plane of patient. Please don't try to talk something big. something using big words that will not give you anything. It will not impress your patient. They always want to be in the same plane, and that will keep that patient with you always. Humor is very useful for your case taking. You can laugh with the patient, but not at the patient. You can laugh with the patient, but not at the patient. Take that in care. Provocation is an effective tool. You can provoke a patient at times. Now, why this is important is when you provoke a patient, till then they just keep a mask around them, but when you start provoking them, their reality comes out, and that will help you in managing the case. I'll come to the case now. First case, just before that, this one. See, the understanding mental state is the most important for a, for a homeopath. Now, in your life event, a patient's life will give you how to understand the mental state. Now, it is not the event which is important, but the second point, how patient perceived that event is important. Please don't just simply get so many events and get excited. I got patient got married at young age, and husband died at early age. Then father died, mother died. This happened, that happened. Turning point, another. No, these are all not very important. Now, at each stage of this, how this patient felt, what is the perception of the patient? Here, if you're able to get the dynamics, the perceptional dynamics of the patient, you will win that game half. It's over. So all those your mental state is based on life space analysis rather than direct questioning of the patient. No. Best way is to get into conversation. That's the best way of taking the life space, not based on structured questionnaire, which has got little value, but instead simply talk to the patient. I'm not saying that you should talk half an hour. You can talk 5 minutes. That's enough. But that 5 minutes will give you the content of talk, the thrust on areas. This is what we need to learn. Once you understand where this patient is giving importance, you are able to understand that patient, what he is and how he is. For that matter, nobody can understand completely, even if you're there with them for more than 10 years. But our aim is to get to know a patient alone. So conversation, even 5 minutes conversation can help you to get something very valid about the patient. Along with that, look at the psychomotor changes. When they say I'm sad, look at their face. Are they really sad? If their face is not showing sadness, they are lying to you. When they talk to you something, they are looking somewhere else, not eye to eye. There is something they're hiding. Those are all psychomotor changes. It's very important. You just look at that. And is these psychomotor changes are congruent with their mood? Is it congruent? Is it along with their mood? Yes. Then there is something, and give it 3 marks. It will help you. Identify sensitive areas in the mental life space. Those sensitive areas are the one which will help you take you around. Sometimes we are detectives. It helps you. Come to one case. I'm just putting across 1 or 2 or 3 cases. This is a very simple
Okay.
case. Yeah. This is a very simple case.
Sir,
I'll just, yeah.
so
Yes. Dr.
dear doctor, you just attended to the case. Sir is moving with this normal speed. You can also work out with that, and after that, you can also post your analysis. Okay,
Yes.
fine.
Okay. Now, this is a case of a migraine, a long-standing case, more than 7 years. She gets weekly, at least weekly, and those 2 days she has to simply lie down. Even if she takes painkiller, she's not better. So that's the pain what she gets. She has come from all the way from more than 300 kilometers. She crossed and came just for this consultation because she said, I'm really fed up with my headache. Worse in the winter time, worse in the when she goes out in sun, obviously it's known. Weakness is marked. Along with that, she's got a back pain, aggravation morning, amelioration continued movement, and there's a lethargy, weak feeling. Now, this is the presentation of an acute. Can you suggest something based on this? Shall we go? And after that, shall we go into the next?
Yes. If anyone having any doubts, then or any suggestion, you please message to the
Yes.
host.
Yes.
Or the co-host. Okay. No suggestions till now. I think everybody is sleeping.
Yeah, looks like I think today is
No, no, no,
Eid
no, no,
and
no, no. I'm getting some suggestion actually. Natramur, Spigelia, Stox.
okay.
Sir, have you asked
Now,
regarding the medicine?
hello.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah,
sir,
yeah.
have you asked regarding the medicine? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah. They can go ahead with the medicine because some many times, vertigo, many times migraine, we get so many symptoms. But sometimes, even if it is 7 years, this got this much symptom. They don't have many symptoms.
Okay, sir. Sorenum, Spigelia,
Sarinum,
Rustrox,
Spigel. Yes. Rust ox,
Natrancar. Need some more history. We need some more
yes,
details.
yes, yes.
That
Now we have a group of remedies in our hand, group of remedies. Because when you, as you all see, that we are not able to pinpoint something uncommon. We are finding somewhere something is missing. It's all just, we'll go to the next level. These are physical generals: reduced appetite, reduced thirst, menses regular, very scanty, maximum 2 days, chilly patient. Are we able to get anything from there and here? Is there any possibility from whatever
yes.
drugs we have told till now?
Sepia.
Okay. Why sepia?
Uh, Dr. Selma, please tell me what is why sepia. Then Silesia is coming up. Please
Yes.
tell your medicine and what is the reason. Okay.
Yeah. Just put the
What are the
reason why.
reasons? Why sepia? Why Silesia?
Silesia.
Sleep, dreams, nature.
Sleep. No, not available.
Sepia,
As
chilly,
sleeps.
scanty, thirstless.
Pardon? Epis?
Sepia, chilly, scanty
Yeah.
menses,
Yeah.
chestless.
Yeah. Correct.
Scanty
Fine.
menses, chilly patient.
Chilly
Sepia.
patient. Now what about Silesia?
Uh, there are many questions are coming up, sir.
Yeah,
Like
please
which side?
put the question. Yeah, put the question. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
the
one-sided. See, there is no one particular side patient said. Either it comes left or it comes to right. It can come to any side. We can't, one. It's not only left side, only right side, not available in this patient. If it comes to one side. That's all.
then the sleep, dreams, and nature.
No
Somebody
dreams.
has asked.
Yes, there are
Oh,
no dreams. And she sleep. She said when only when the headache is it's disturbed. Otherwise, she's okay because she works a lot. She has to work in outside also. So otherwise, she sleeps.
weakness, chilly, thirstless, dejection due to headache, acid force.
Acid first. Okay, it's another good remedy. Yes.
The nature of the patient. Many have asking, sir.
Yeah, that will come to the next. I'll come to that
What
next.
is what are the ailments from? Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to the nature of the patient next.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. So the participants, please go through the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is the pre-marital life, how she was. Like many other people, very happy, very good relation with the parents. Only one brother, very happy with him, and well taken care. She was not allowed to do any work at home. She was given extra care. But even they have field, but she was not allowed to go to the field and work. It was post-marital life. She really had a lot of difficulty to adjust with in-laws. A lot of people have this problem. In-laws are always in-laws. They're not father, they're not mother. They become mother-in-law and they become father-in-law. That's what happened to this lady also. Unable to adjust with them and expect her to do all the work, these in-laws. They said, no, you have to do all the work. Just see this. Parents are supportive. That's what she said. Very understanding and loving. She came to husband's house. Husband is not understanding. She came with the husband for the consultation. Husband also was with her sitting. Initially, they said only about headache. And once just simply got into lie space, her voice started raising and she blabbered out everything. And husband was sitting. And he is not understanding what she says. And what he says is, you please adjust with my father and mother because they're old, no? They don't know much things. You please adjust with them. Why she says I can't adjust with them? Because they keep pressurizing her to do work. Which work? She says, I don't have a problem in doing a work in the house, but I have to do field work also. I have to finish my housework, then I have to into the field. And field I have to finish, then I have to come back. Again, I have to do the housework, And how much ever work I do also, they're not happy. And it's not that I can go to my house often. They don't allow me to go to my house also often. They're so loving my parents, and many times I don't feel like telling them also. So I keep doing. That's all. And my husband, if I tell no use, my husband will not take me out into even a town. If he has to take me to a town, he has to get his mother's permission. Yeah, Dr. Rajivan, I think something you wanted to ask. Something you want
We
to ask?
can we can unmute at the end, sir. It
Okay.
would be much time consuming. Okay.
Okay. So that's how the whole dynamics was working. I was just speaking to her, also speaking to him also. In between the case taking, straight away went even into counseling a bit, because that's how the whole thing, the whole focus changed from headache to the life situation. So that's how the whole thing came up, and he has to get permission from mother to take her to a town. Otherwise, if mother says no, you can't, she will not. He will not take her. Then for this, when cross question him, he says he is not saying no, yes, because he can't put little pain to her mother. He can't make, I mean, go without telling her. So that's how you can understand the situation, how this lady is in that house.
There's again coming up. Sepia is coming up and Natramur is coming up.
Yes, sepia natriumur, yes,
Overwork, weakness, ask concomitant, califos.
califos. These are the remedies. So, any other remedies coming now? Silisha, whether it is there or gone?
Silisha is not there actually. There now,
Not
so Ignatia has come. Doctor, please tell me the reason of Ignatia. Okay. If you're telling something, you
yeah.
just justify it. Okay.
Ignition, any reason?
What is the reason for Ignatia? Disappointment.
Disappointment. That's all. Any other point? Now, so where we give more importance in this case? Now, when we went to the sector, we have clarity is not there. But when we come to physical generals, we are coming to good clarity. Physical general. There are very few points, because see just how many points we have. We have just 4 points. That's all. But these 4 points are given you something, and that's quite valid. Because what is valid in this? I know appetite reduce is not very important for us. It's very important only for follow-up criteria, not for remedy selection. Follow-up criteria, if you find that appetite improved, is a very good sign patients improved. Just like how you ask for a sleep. Sleep reduction is very important criteria for your follow-up, not for a remedy selection. Same way, thirst, okay, fine, but thirst, menses, and the thermal state. These three things have played a valid role in your remedy selection when it comes to on your physical level. And mind gave you the next aspect. And here, this is one which helped you along with this. Just, I think, seal the case. Ignatia in only that point has come up. Now, Natramur, somebody said Natramur only one thing, which is one of the areas what Natramur is not for, is a thermal state, I think. Thermal state, it's in this case, it's
There are
actually,
some suggestions, sir.
yeah.
Ailments from domination, Gaurinanda. Then overstressed part of the life space is very important.
Yes,
Then staphysagria due to suppression of her emotions.
yes, very important.
Overburdened with the work-in-laws place, not able
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
express and share with the parents.
Yes,
So suppressed emotions, Natramur has ego too.
yes.
Indignation ailments from.
Hmm.
That are the suggestions, sir. We can
Yes,
move on.
correct. So, Dr. Archana, something she wanted to ask, I think, that she has raised hand. Anything regarding?
No, sir. No, sir.
No. Okay. Now, yeah, staff is coming. Now, staff, when you look at the mind, staphysagria is coming. Yes. But what that is important aspect is, with the mind, let us incorporate, add physicals also. Mind and physical together give us a very good medicine, because there are very few points. Now, this case, actually, we can even present for whole half day. If you just keep talking about the life space and many things, it's quite possible. But see, when you just take a gist of it, only mind, when you see that suppressed feelings, you are unable to express. Now, this can come even to staphysagria. Natramur, yes, Natramur again at a mind level, but at a physical level, Natramur is not suiting. Even menses is not suited by Natramur. But now, one more aspect, the beauty of one more thing is, some of the drugs, what come as together, they do have a relationship. That also you can see. Now the remedy which is coming, I'll just put across. On 27th she came, this is only follow-up. She only had only one headache. That's once after a month. Feels happy and she requested for medicine again. So the remedy actually worked, and the remedy was, as initially somebody suggested, sepia, because sepia is there through and through. Now what is given? Sepia is given. Califor 6x I gave you daily night. Now why you ask me? I just gave it because just to cool her down. Then some placebos and belladonna 200 SOS. Now she has not used. She used once for that headache. Once she got relief. Now this case, whether belladonna was required is one question. Keep it aside. Now sepia is coming. Now sepia 200 was given. Now in this case sepia 200 we could have gone up to sometimes even 1 m. If 1 m, we would have gone only for one dose or something and then not giving. But I prefer to give 200 because we are always there to go forward. We can go up also. And patient came from around 300 kilometers away. When she goes back, I didn't want her to get again. So weekly I have given her sepia along with belladonna 200. I say, if something is supportive when the headache comes, I don't want her to take any painkiller even. Now, sepia and belladonna, do they match? Anybody? Is there anything relation? Now, somebody said natramur. See, sepia, natramur are, you know, their relation, their complementary relation. Natrum hot, sepia chilli. And sepia has got, like you all went from physical on, you said sepia scanty menses. Yes, it's covering well. And the mental state of sepia, natrum, colocin, sappy, they all have something in common. It's working well. So sepia, yes, it's coming. Now sepia has given you result also. Now, what is the relation between sepia and belladonna? Is there any relation?
Sepia, there is a relation. I said sepia, so I am chilly too. Dr. Devesham Desai.
Yes. Yeah.
Follows well. Follows well.
Yeah. You look at that relationship. Now sepia relation complementary. You can see natrimur and naxomica and sambucus. If I am not wrong, I think these are remedies which are coming as a complementary level. But when you look at the follow-up of follow-well remedies, out of so many drugs are given, in that if you see something acute remedy, it's belladonna. This belladonna, why I have just wanted to highlight this area also. In this case, it is of less use. It was not required because sepia is fitting so well, and I am sure this lady will be completely all right. Her 7 years of her illness or whatever it is, it's going, and I don't think I have to repeat her next time because this time I gave one dose of sepia 1 m in the follow-up. But I don't think she requires any more medicine in the near future. That's how the whole thing is. But belladonna, why I am seeing it along with that, many a times we can see where sepia comes, there as an acute belladonna can come, especially in sectors of head related headache. Now that as an SOS will help you a lot, and that will manage the no painkillers also may be required when the attack comes. But a caution, please don't prescribe bryonia. Why? See the relation, see the both the relation. Sepia under that relation with the bryonia, under bryonia relation with the sepia. Please see that. Is there a relation?
Yes, sir. Inimical are there. Some many suggestions are coming.
Inimical. Which is inimical to which one?
Briding, I think.
Which is inimical to which one?
Yes, please tell the doctors. I think none of them is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they're just
Brian,
yeah.
Bryonia to, sir, there are suggestions. Sir, Bryonia is inimical. Bryonia to sepia, Bryonia to bell, sepia to Bryonia, Bryonia to sepia, like that.
No, not exactly. Not exactly. See, suppose you're giving, why I'm saying, see, practically when you're looking, when you're giving, not that all bryonia after giving sepia you cannot give. No, that is not correct. You look at that relationship. After bryonia, sepia is there, you can give. But after sepia, you can't give bryonia. That's not possible. So when you are managing also, sometimes sepia you are given as a constitutional or something. But in that case, sometimes you may get a Bryannia picture. Please don't give Bryannia. It will spoil the case. This is my experience also. We had a case, I just want to share at this time, a short aspect. There was a case of a uterine prolapse, almost presidentia. That lady was about to go for an operation hysterectomy. But then they thought, her husband thought, once we'll try homeopathy, just I was asking, and we said, yes, why can't you try? Let us see, presidentia, but still possible. Then he said, okay, last minute, we'll see. Her whole picture came into sepia, and sepia was given. Nearly 1.5 years, the whole of complaint disappeared. Her uterus went back. She had no more uterine prolapse. Now, what happened was one day she developed a severe headache. So she came for headache. It was a typical Bryannia picture. Given Bryannia, the very next 3 to 4 days later, phone call came. What happened was her uterus came back. What it was the position of 1.5 years, it came back to the same place. We are just scratching head what happened to this, why it happened like this. When you went through this relationship, you just see after sepia, you cannot give Bryannia. Eventually, that case went for hysterectomy. The case otherwise was very well managed for 1.5 years. Just because of a Bryannia given after sepia, it got spoiled. So please take care, because these relations are definitely have got something to do. They're not simple. They're definitely not simple. They really work so well. I don't know whether should I tell you another typical case of, I think I've shared somewhere else. Regarding a psoriasis case, Calibrom was the remedy. Calibrom was given. For a period of time, patients improved very well. But one day he came. Whole body lesion. He came from Gulf. He had a business loss, everything. Calibrom, suiting medicine, and given somehow it's gone. After that, that man developed one day chest pain. Now, chest pain is, he said, I have a severe constriction in the chest as if something is being tightened. Now, when you say the tightened in the around the chest, our remedy is as if something wire is being tightened around the chest. Our remedy is, it's very simple remedy. We all know.
Suggest cactus.
Yes. So remedy is cactus. Now, point for me is whether to give cactus at this point, because we feel that whole case was managed the Caliprom so beautifully, and now we're giving another remedy. Why all these things came to mind? Still, for the first time, just simply went through Calibrom relationship. Please see Calibrom relation. You see the relation. Is there a relation with the cactus?
Is it in the keynote or Boric, sir?
No, in the Gibson Miller. Gibson Miller, you see.
Okay, sir.
You can keynote, they don't give every relationship sometimes. So here you get a clear cut.
It is implies case is not quiet or we need to repeat the remedy previously had help or not always on symptom before.
Which one?
I think it's a doubt on the case, I think.
Yeah. What I didn't get. What's the doubt?
Is it implies case not cured or we need to repeat the remedy previously?
Regarding this is about which
Sepia,
case?
I think so. Sepia case, I think so.
No, but that I think that question is not very clear.
Okay, sir. We will move that ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, cactus
Yeah.
follows well after Calibrom. Cactus follows Calibrom well.
You see any other remedy is there? See, for Calibrom, there is no complementary remedy. Among
sir,
remedies
okay.
that follow well, do you see any other remedy? There are absolutely no other remedy except Calibrom, except cactus. You see this where and how these relations are coming and how that patients are moving in the same direction, how it is possible. Now, how this much of work is being done in our homeopathic system. What a wonderful things being done by our masters. Can you imagine? I never thought that it can happen. Calibrom's relation is coming only cactus. They have not written even any other remedy. Till now, till today, I am unable to understand how. But how come only cactus? Where did they understand this? These are all the different glimpses when you go through this management of these cases and the dynamics which comes across. Really make us to get goose flesh when you treat a patient. Eventually, that's why the cactus happily given and patient become okay. That's a different story. But What I want to highlight is how relations are helping in our remedy selections and in working. And they are not simply, all these relationships are not simple. They have a very valid truths behind.
Okay, sir.
That's
Sir,
about one.
can we have some doubt clearance, sir?
Yeah, now we'll go to the next case. Before that, we'll have doubt clearance. Okay.
Okay, only for 5 minutes we can ask doubts. Okay. Sir, why sepia was not given again after the case was aggravated?
No, case did not get aggravated. It did not get aggravated. Patient had, see, she used to get in a week's time at least one attack, and she was given for a month and asked to come back after a month. And in that 1 month, she developed only once. It's not aggravation. You see, you are seeing the frequency of attack. Frequency of attack is much better. So it's actually improved. So we have given this month Sepia 1 m 1 dose. Instead of weekly 200, we gave Sepia 1 m 1 dose. And our future, what we are saying is, she may not require again another dose of Sepia in a near future, in spite of staying in the same situation. That's very important, because what we do is, our medicine does is, it remove that perception of that what type of perception she is having about her stress. It removes. We are not changing the situation, but her perception we are able to change. The quality of perception we are able to change through our remedy.
Sir, why this sepia can't cure after brainia? I think you have given the answer.
Yes.
There's any reason, sir?
No reason. See, there is no reason why calibrum after cactus is coming. No reason. Why after sepia? Why Bryannius inimical? No reason. Why after Naxomica sepia can come as a complementary or natriumur? No reason. Now reasons we have made later. Now ammonium carbon lacase is inimical. Why? There are no reason. But we have created reasons saying that sometimes inimical because they are very looking alike, but there is something difference. We say, but some other we're looking alike, but they become complementary. Why? We have no 100% exact reason to say, but we create one answer. That's all.
Okay, sir. Sir, can we move on to the some differentiation? Why there's not
Yes.
natriumur? Why there is sornum? There are many drug came up now.
Yeah. Why not natriumur? See, thermal state is one very important aspect in your totality. Without thermal state, if you ignore a thermal state, for me, it looks like I cannot. In my practice, I don't ignore thermal state. It's not possible. Because when you are thermally, if it is hot, sometimes I would have given natriumur, possible. But see, in this case, it will not come like that. See that her menses also scanty. It is hardly 2 days. You look at the menses which is scanty, how many drugs are there? Natriumur are not seen, but sepia is seen very strongly. It's one of the, I think it's the one remedy which you find 3 marks remedy, but other remedies don't come that way. So sepia, see, it's a fully matching the case. But natriumur is matching only at a mind level. It is no way matching at a physical. This is very important. Now, what will happen to the patient if we give natriumur is next question. It's quite possible. Now, sometimes somebody may give natriumur. Natriumur is a partially indicated medicine rather than a similimum. Now, this, when you give, this patient can come and tell you, I am better. Quite possible. Don't say that it's not possible. It's quite possible, because natriumur is here somewhere indication at a mind level is there, but not at physical level. So what will happen to the patient over a period of time? After some time, in spite of you give natriumur, patient is not going to improve. Slowly her number of attacks will increase. She'll not feel better. And you will start giving another additional remedy or change of remedy, something you'll try to do. So slowly, instead of from this very clear-cut case, clear-cut presentation, we may go into a presentation and a prescription, which is becomes slowly jumbled prescription. Eventually, we may end up in sepia, possible. So instead of that, if you are able to connect, the physicals is showing something, mental is showing something, and both are able to connecting remedy. If you are able to give, that is the remedy. Sometimes so happens the acute prescription, acute presentation may be different, but the constitutional can be different. In such cases, you require 2 remedies, one as an acute, other one as a constitutional. Quite possible. That's how
Sir, why
we can give. Yeah.
not
Yes.
Staphylococcus aureus, sir?
Now, Staphylococcus aureus is what? Staphy has got, because in Staphy, suppressed emotion, not only suppressed emotion, there is a lot of humiliation, ego being hurt, my personality getting hurt. This patient is not talking about those things. She is not kept her ego up. She only, why we say about is suppression. The moment suppression comes, staphysagria comes. But qualities, there is a difference. In sepia, what happened to her is the sepia suppression lead to resentment. They start withdrawing from the things. They're withdrawn. They don't want. They internally they suffer. So she started developing a migraine headaches. In staffy, you don't see like this. Even if they look withdrawn, they're highly active mentally, highly active. They are still, how we call it, as a sweet personalities. Externally, they are still sweet personalities. And they may not express those things, but sepia patients will express on the face. Their face, you see, you can make out, yes, there is suffering. Staffy, you may not be able to make out even that. That will not be seen.
Okay, sir. Then one more drug, sir. Ignatia.
Yeah. No, ignatia is a partial indicator. It doesn't come. It comes where there is no physicals involved. Only at a mental level, short, yes, that's all it is. But it's a periphery drug, not in the core drug. Core drugs are sepia, staffy, and natriumyl.
Okay, sir. Sir, when to give complementary and remedies follow, sir? I think you have mentioned regarding the calibrum cactus,
Yeah,
na?
yes.
So I think when symptoms coming up, then only the things has to follow, na?
Yeah, usually it so happens. For example, see, we have a so many, and one of the very common thing like for the sulfur calcarea lycopodium, like that it's very, we know, and sometimes we go for a routine after sulfur next to give calcarea, next give lycopodium. No, actually it's not so. There will be, that is the, now here we require follow-up criteria. Please look at the follow-up criteria. You need to maintain a follow-up criteria, please. Which are those? Not many. The prescription points what you have given, let it be there. Let it be there. Why I am saying? When there is a change in your picture, there will be a change over a period of time. It is not that the patient is going to come up with the same static picture. No, he will change because whole thing is so dynamic. He is going to change. But the change still remains within the purview of the drug which you have given. Your drug still stands good. But the picture, there is some change. For example, you see sulfur calcarea lyco. Sulfur hot, calcarea chilli, lycopodium hot. You look at the many symptoms, including like, for example, burning. You look at the burning food, sulfur, calcarea, lyco. Very surprisingly, all these three drugs are 3-mark remedies. You can see no other drugs coming 3-mark, only 3 if you see in a Kent's repertory. Sulfur, calcarea, lyco, 3-mark remedy for burning food. Or sulfur calcarea lyco is 3-mark remedy for cramps in the calf muscle, growing pains type. Only these 3 drugs are coming. So these 3 drugs share so many symptoms common among them, but they have a difference. So what difference? One is the thermal state difference. So if you're given a sulfur, but next picture when it is coming, you find the patient is becoming sensitive for the thermal state. That is some changes come. No longer it is sulfur. It has changed into calcaric. It will never change to lycopodium. You will still have a few lycopodium symptoms because these 3 drugs share common symptoms, certain symptoms as a common. So you can still find lycopodium coming, but there it is a like calcarea carb. You put on calcarea carb. So what is the one which is making us to change the remedy even in a complementary cycle is change of symptom. Look at the quality of symptom it is changing, and accordingly you decide. Now, calibrome to cactus, what we said is there a clear-cut change from calibrome to cactus. There is a new symptom came up, and that symptom suggested cactus, and cactus happened to be relation to calibrome. So it is in line, it is in sync in your treatment, and that you can go ahead. So this is what usually
Yes,
happens, and this usually happens also if you follow this type of method.
So, sir, you are telling that if you are giving a medicine, you should
Yeah.
find out which all symptoms are coming up, which all symptoms
Yes.
gone.
Yes.
So that is deciding the next follow-up and
That's
complementary.
all. That's all. So if you in your follow-up, you are only trying, don't ask again the same old questions. Your follow-up, you are only going to see change of symptoms. Change of symptom. That's all you have to see. You need not the whole thing take again. Change of symptom, that will guide you further.
Okay, sir. So Dr. Selma, I think she got the right answer. So we can
Yeah.
move to the next case, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay. A little bit. I mean, this about clues of psychophysical strain. Somebody, so it's all say formication. If they say that's formication all over the head, that means they are strained, they are stressed. It is no way a physical complaint. You can straight away ask the life space, and you can just ask what is bothering you straight away. and they'll open up. Insomnia, anorexia, missing eye contact, pain without physical base, cause effect relation. All this will give you the idea about there is a psychophysical strain. So the core is what? The ability to identify common and uncommon symptoms. That's all. If you're able to get this, and sometimes common symptom itself becomes uncommon symptom, minimum 7 points there, why and how when we take common as an uncommon. Driving force need to be love for fellow human beings. That's what should drive us as a physicians, and then only you can be a very, very successful physician. Skinner's one small line, in complicated cases, acute symptoms must guide you. And just put this across because there is something important in the next case. Now, drug pathology, please be understand that every drug has got its pathology. It's got a specific action, not that any drug for any illness. So any drug for any illness, a slogan which doesn't hold ground properly. On a superficial ground, every drug can do anything at by our theoretical basis, but each drug has got a specific pathological background. It will work beautifully in those pathologies. It will be so specific to them, and you may cut short the whole process of your treatment. Now, what happened? A Kantian philosophy, which we Indians embraced upon, changed our whole thing into mind. And we like to talk and blabber so much about mind, mind, mind. Though, yes, mind is important, let us not give undue importance only to mind. Let us balance between mind and physical. So, Kantian philosophy shifted the whole focus into mind. Now, European philosophy kept the whole thing into physical side. By refusing to acknowledge role of microorganisms, sometimes we miss the bus. It's quite possible. Now, this is second case. Now, this case, I'll give a small background. This lady, it's a long back this case came. This lady did not come all of a sudden. I am putting you through the experience of a physician. The reason is here you require at every time your one decision making. Initial phase, you see how it is happening. Now, one day we got a call that there is a patient who wanted to take homeopathic medication. She's admitted in an allopathic hospital. Next day, her amputation of leg is planned. Now, why amputation? A mid-thigh amputation of left leg is planned because she is having gangrene and she is having peripheral vascular disease. Now, they said, can we come for homeopathic treatment? We said, yes, you come. That night, same night, 8 o'clock, patient got admitted. She was asked to go for a mid-thigh amputation next morning. Why they came is patient refused for mid-thigh amputation. She said, impossible, I don't want, I want my leg. So she is a 60-year-old lady. So they could not convince her and they had no other option. They just, somehow they called and they landed at 8 o'clock in the night with the patient. Presentation is this: left leg, pain, burning, severe burning, more in the night, no sleep for the last 15 days. She and bystander, they never slept. Along with that, involuntary urination. Restless with the severe pain. When we reached the ward, restless with the severe pain. She didn't speak even a single word. Very anxious, around more than 10 bystanders, very anxious people. There was a gangrene in the left third toe, great toe, plantar surface of the foot. Absent left dorsalis pedis, posttibial and popliteal arteries. Doppler study they came up with, it's all complete block till popliteal artery. So PVD. 9 p.m. a medicine, one dose was given. Nothing was asked. This is a presentation, what we saw in this and this. What is our expectation? Are we able to do anything in the case? Till popliteal completely blocked. What can be done? Should we really take up this case?
Dear doctors, please tell your suggestions. R-salb, arsenic, CKL core.
Why R-salb?
Why R-salb? Plus gangrene, burning pain, restlessness.
Yeah. Yes.
Difficult case.
Yeah.
Restlessness and burning of R-salb.
Yeah. Yes.
Fear of death.
Fear of death, she has not told. It's not there.
Restlessness,
She's
burning.
restless and anxious. That's all. Yeah, yeah. Sickle core.
What is the reason for Shrikil call? Anand Kumar has told gangrene, burning, involuntary urination, left side.
Left side. Okay. Now, any other remedies coming?
Only two. Causticum, not sure.
Caustic, I'm not sure. Yes, correct. Now, just put yourself into the situation.
Lachesis.
Lachesis is another remedy. Why lachesis?
Dear doctors, it's a interactive, so you should mention the reason to put
Yeah.
that drug. Okay. Somebody is telling gunpowder.
Yes, gunpowder.
Gang,
Gunpowder.
gangrene, sleeplessness, left side, lachesis.
Lachesis. Now, same reason for lachesis and sickle, no? Both are same reason, I think.
Yes, yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Any more
No.
suggestions?
Gunpowder,
Sir, we
any indication?
more suggestions, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Any reason for gunpowder?
And, dear doctor, please tell any reason. Dr. Bindu, phosphorus, burning, anxious, and left side.
Okay. Anxious left side, yes. So these are the drugs, yes. Ars, sickle, laxis, gunpowder, phosphorus. Now,
Yes,
gunpowder
that
doesn't have a much indication. I think it's just as a routine might have told only because for ulcers and deep ulcers burning. I think so. That's all it comes. It doesn't cover better picture than that. But this case is not just an ulcer or just a small gangrene, but there is a background. And put yourself into the situation where a patient is supposed to go for tomorrow, next day's operation, and she is landing in the night, and she is come for a homeopathic treatment. Now, this is a situation where we need to take a sudden decisions, a immediate decisions, which should help. And otherwise, these patients, their patient or bystander not slept for the last 15 days because of the severe burning. So 15 days since it's increased, they come from all the way from Belgaum. Belgaum. So from there, they came to Mangalore. Even after they have gone through different places there, including homeopathic hospital also, they got admitted, but there was no relief. Then they got discharged, came to Mangalore and allopathic hospital, got admitted. And there, after all investigations, they went in for, if possible, I'll show you the whole video of this later on, the last, so that she has come. Now,
sir, another suggestion is Vipera.
yes, one more. Yeah, it's another good remedy, yes, Vipera. Possible, yes. I'll show you this next day. What happened was we gave a dose of medicine that night, just single dose. That night, there was no complaint. She slept. Next day morning, we came for rounds. She was sleeping. Bystander was sleeping. Next day evening, we came for rounds. Both of them were sleeping. I could not understand, or I could not even believe that how much they're sleeping. Then I thought 15 days, along with the interest they share, they may be sleeping. And always they say that sleep is a very good thing. Sleep is a healer, we say. And we asked our duty doctors, why have you taken any details? They said we could not take anything because they are full time sleeping. Today afternoon food also they missed because of their sleep. So they slept, which they could not for the last 15 days, is a very good sign for us. What should we do? What shall we do? On a 30th, we could take some detail. The next day, we took afternoon some details. What shall we do? So whole 1 day plus, they were sleeping.
Should wait. Everybody's telling to wait.
Yes, let us wait. Yes, let us wait. I'll give you ODP, onset duration progress of the case, which we got after 2 days, 1.5 days later. Gradual onset. There is a claudication pain initially she experienced while walking. After just 1 year since, she started developing rest pain also. Gangrene set in toe and foot slowly. So hence they visited allopathic and homeopathic hospitals in Belgaum. She comes from near Karwar. So was since 15 days became so severe. She could not manage, she could not sleep, she could not walk, she could not do anything. So got admitted. That's why the mid-thigh amputation matter has come up. Physical generals, very thin, she's very thin and lean, hot patient. Cravings are sweets and chocolates, aversion to vegetarian. Age of 17, she got married. 18 years back, husband expired. After that, she developed diabetes and hypertension. She is on medication. She likes company, silent, non-complaining. That's all we got about her. That's all. This is a history. This is a total picture what we got about her after 2 days.
Some suggestions have came up, sir.
Yeah.
So, doctors, we have any suggestion other than the Canthar is there? The reason is not
Canthar.
given.
Canthar is okay.
Patient
interesting.
showing lots of hope and positivity, restless Naxomica.
Huh.
Then some questions are there. Is the gangrene was dry?
Yes, dry gangrene.
Then
Dry
there is
gangrene.
another suggestion like lycopodium.
Okay.
What is the reason, doctor? Phosphoric acid reason. Sickle I think somebody mentioned.
Mentioned.
Cocculus. Please tell the reason too.
Yeah.
Anthracinum burning.
Anthracene, yes.
Lean thin diabetic CKL.
Okay. Lyco, no reason.
Lyco tendency to gangrene with the burning with the great restlessness.
Okay. Lycopodium is generally right
No.
sided.
It is for Cantharis actually. It is for
Cantharis.
Cantharis.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
For Lycopodium. Deepak was telling, Doctor, please, CKL core, accept reality, dry enuresis of older lady.
Hmm.
No. And tranquility.
Yes.
I think, yes, that is what.
Yes.
Dr. Dhanya, chilly, lean, thirstless, burning company, desire, phosphorus.
Okay. Fine.
Anything more,
So,
doctors?
yeah. So what must have been the drug given that day? You know, and among these, the drug was lachesis. Drug was lachesis.
I think somebody mentioned actually.
Yes, there one person mentioned lachesis that was given on that day. But for the first time, seen that lachesis producing such a profound effect that there is no burning, no pain, no problem with the sleep. Everything is fine.
Dr.
Not
Arya.
only this, we also found it. Yeah. Somebody said something, I think. Okay. So we saw that not only this, her urine sugar was high and urine sugar flattened off and it became normal. No more urine sugar from second day onwards till she was there. There is no urine sugar. She was on insulin and we later stopped even insulin. But story has not stopped here. It just be there, little more time, just be there. Now lachesis helped like this. That's on first day. But please understand, I think you can also ask me a question. Lachesis, we generally say not to give in the night, like sulfur. Lachesis generally better you prescribe on morning is said. But here lachesis is given in the night. Knowingly it is given in the night. But it's done its work. It's all observation. I don't know the reason, but it's done its work. But what happened? On 110, slight pain restarted. We are not given any other medicine, just left her only that dose of one lachesis. But why I want to say is that you see our tremendous action of our medicines and how far it works in conditions of like this, also such fragile ladies and multiple complaint and everything, still it is working. Her indolent urination has improved. Blood sugar and urine sugar came within normal limit. And there's a clear line demarcation of food gangrene, so dry gangrene. What shall we do at this time?
Sir, for lachesis, what was the rubric taken and what was the basis? Many have asking.
No rubric. We don't take it. That's what I have not taken. There is, see that there was no time to check out on those areas. What we have looked into is whole thing came into is it's a left leg involvement, left sided, predominantly left side. Whole of left leg is involved. Left leg gangrene, heart patient, severe night pains. She is unable to even go to bed. Severe burning in the night. These are the main symptoms which came for lachesis. Just that presentation of that day, that the volatile atmosphere, I found really tough to manage the more than 10 relatives also who are thronging into this patient. Really, and at night, 9, 10 o'clock, it's really difficult to manage so many people within the hospital. Generally don't allow, but these people are just getting in and coming. So in that situation, we prescribe lachesis based on this left side involvement, thermally hot, severe burning, especially in the night. So these are the important points which come for lachesis and even blood sugar, a known case of blood sugar. These things come, that's all, nothing else thought. But it worked this much. Now, but after 2 days, just 28th given, now after, on first, slight pain restarts. What shall we do?
Please suggest your suggestions. Repeat.
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 Okay, repeat. Yes, we repeated lachesis one more dose, but on second, it's same, no change. On third, again pain gradually increasing. Now lachesis is not holding. Lachesis is not holding. Generals are good, urine sugar nil, toe gangrene reducing, plantar surface in the, there was one big one patch on pus developed underneath, we drained it off, ulcer, started dressing it. What shall we do? Should we hold on to lachesis? Is it not working? Or should we go up the next potency? Or what shall we do? What shall we do? Pains are coming. Now, pains coming is not so happy news. Should
Sir,
we? Yeah,
new totality taken. Take
new data.
Arsal,
Yeah,
see a complementary remedy to lachesis.
yes.
Just change potency,
Okay,
covering similar remedy.
okay, yes. We need to go for a new totality. Yes, that's one possibility. But totality has not changed as such because there nothing was there. Now again coming back with the same pain, same burning. But some things are showing better. The generals are showing better, and urine sugar is under control. We have reduced the insulin, not stopped, but reduced insulin, but it's still under control. Gangrene is reducing slowly, but though gangrene is reducing, there is no pulsation seen.
Okay.
So should
So
we?
higher potency intercurrent,
Yes.
and also
Yeah.
some suggestions of Sora developing pain coming good sign. Okay.
Okay. Pain coming, good sign. But she had pain before also, no? Same burning pain. Is it Sora developing? The same pains, burning
Placebo.
pains, placebo. Yes. Now, ideally, one possibility is increase the potency. That is because same potency when given not working, automatically we can go to the higher potency. One more possibility is go to 50 millisiemens and repeat. That's other possibility. Okay. Now what happened? Remedy was changed to sickle core. Sickle core. And we added Crataegus cube. Now, you have many questions on this. Why Crataegus? Why Crataegus in that situation? Okay, why Crataegus? See, there is nothing to defend on these areas. We are only having a discussion. You can definitely criticize these things. There is no problem at all. Should we really change? Actually, one possibility, like what you said, is you could have
Somebody
gone to
was
ourselves.
telling
Or,
like
yeah,
somebody was telling like this blocked artery.
yes. And now that is the philosophy we used to. There's arterial block to remove Crataegus. We thought of putting, yes. But whether it was required is a afterthought. Now, whether it was really we should have given or we should have changed only the, because previously Lacus did really that much work. But after that, we should have only gone into higher potency, one possibility, or increase the repetition to 50 millisimal, or go to Sickle core alone, because RSolve doesn't hold here. RSolve is thermally chilly, it doesn't hold here at all. So we need not keep RSolve, though it is like followable of Lachesis. And the restlessness is not seen now, what was there before, that much. So ours, I think, doesn't come into the picture, but Sickle and Lacus, yes, Lacus is still could have hold. I think we could have tried something like that. One possibility. And Sickle and Crataegus, can we, Crataegus should have given or we should have not given? What our doctors say.
When generals are so much better, we should give a chance to next potency.
Yes.
Then also one doubt is that the same totality was there. So why this
Yes.
Sickle core?
Why the Sickle core? Yes. Correct. That's one question. It's a valid question. We'll try to answer that question. Anyway, it's a very valid question actually. Anything else?
Cretaceous not necessary, not give cretaceous. We can give specific organ support remedy to work at pathology.
Like any suggestion?
Any suggestion for medicines?
Which is that organ specific remedy? Which organ specific? Which organ specific?
Blood, or blood vessels.
Yeah,
Could we
which is
think
that?
of a
Thick. Yes.
cretaceous? I think she was explaining this cretaceous actually.
Possible. Yes, yes. Yeah, Crataegus is almost like an organ specific. Yes, that agreed. That's what is
Could we
given.
think? Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, could we think of a complementary to
any other
remedy? Could we think of a
Lachesis?
complementary remedy to
Yeah,
Lachesis covering?
which is a complementary for Lachesis. Lycopodium is one complementary of Lachesis. But Lyco is Vanadium. But Vanadium is not suiting to this pathology. That is why one slide previously I just told you also every drug has got its a specific pathology. Well, Vanadium is a very drug for blood. Yes, it's good for drug for blood and it's very good drug for blood bone marrow. But I don't think it is a drug for a circulation of this. No.
Lachesis 50 could have been tried before second round. I think. Yes.
One possibility. Even I too agree with you that there is a possibility or higher up going in your Lachesis. Yes, that is one very good possibility. Good suggestions what you can give from from this setup we can give. But
acid nitricum is complementary.
Acid nitricum complementary. Again, acid nitricum. If you look at the easier way of classification, thermally chilly also acid nitricum. Second is acid nitricum temperament is a totally different temperament, and though they are physically very weak, but the temperament is totally different, and that temperament we are not seeing. So I don't think nitric acid or will come into the picture. And you look at the pathology of nitric acid, you look at the symptomatology, no.
Why don't the first prescription could have been the Sickle core, sir?
Possibility of Sickle core. Now, I'll tell you an interesting thing. This patient, when he went to an homeopathic hospital in Belgaum, their prescription was Sickle core. And they admitted there for some days, nothing happened. It only increased. So they didn't give. The patient came back. Now we gave Sickle core. You know what happened after that? 510 and 610 uneventful, it's similar. 710, pain better. Pain better. 2, grade 2, improving. Plantar ulcer, improving. For the first time, we felt left posterior tibial faintly palpable. For the first time. We had a doubt with sometimes, when you check, you feel your own pulsations coming, and that is what also is possible. But we really felt there is something palpable.
Crotalus is another option, sir. Crotalus.
Crotalus?
Or I don't know. Crotalus cascavella.
Crotalus cascavella. Crotalus cascavella is a good remedy like Crotalus horridus, but Crotalus cascavella will not work on this area. My knowledge is I'm not very sure about that. They work a lot of work on platelets. It's a very good remedy for to improve the platelet count, ITPs and other things also. I'm not tried at all cascavella in this type of condition. Representation of cascavella not seen much of. Anyway, it's a less represented remedy, not seen. Now, left posttibial faintly palpable. We shifted from lachesis to Sickle core and Crataegus. Crataegus daily, twice a day, and Sickle core OD daily. What next we can do? What next?
What next?
Got admitted on 28th. This is 7th. The time is just we have around 9 days. 9 days, no, 7, 8 days. We are feeling post-tibial is faintly palpable also. Is it possible? Is it possible? Which is actually blocked till popliteal. And
Wait and watch.
wait and watch. That's all what people can say. 8th, 9th, Sickle core same way, Crataegus same way, gradual improvement. 10th order for color Doppler. Do we have any expectation? 10 means
Continue.
yeah,
Continue.
color Doppler. We just want to see the anything happen to the arteries. Any expectation?
Miracles happen.
Miracles happen, yeah, but they are not miracles. Miracles can happen.
Proper antimiasmatic cleared the way for action for Sickle.
Probably. See, I thought a lot about why when Sickle was given in another homeopathic college did not work, but after lachesis, Sickle worked. How it worked? How it worked? Exact answer I cannot give you, but there is something which, like how you say, see, all so-called miasmatic or intercurrent. Now, all intercurrent remedies need not be miasmatic, and all miasmatic are not intercurrent also. Say one sentence, leave it. Now, sometimes lachesis somewhere remove the block. Now, where is the block? Now, lachesis is a remedy. If you look at the lachesis symptom also, you see among symptoms like aggravation night, severe burning, aggravation. That's our main complaint. She was unable to sleep and all those things. Aggravation night, severe burning, lachesis. You're not seeing other drugs much. 3 mark remedies that is coming is lachesis. We have other drugs. I think few drugs are also there. But maybe drugs like you all talked about anthracinum or R-Salve or lycopodium, nitric acid, carbovage, yes, Silesia. That's why all those drugs came in your mind. Yes, they do come. But this is the drug and which is where is 3 mark remedy is lachesis. Maybe that removed that a block within, and that might have helped next for Sickle core. Now, Sickle core picture is more covering. Like first one is somebody told even the person thin, lean, and with the enuresis and with the diabetes, with the left-sided ulcer and PVD, Sickle core is covering. So that's why that homeopathic college might have put on Sickle core, but didn't work. But somewhere lachesis. See, this is how sometimes we see. For example, lycopodium. Don't start first. There is a one comment. Start some other and asoric or antisoric or something, and then you come to lycopodium. Many times something like that. So Sickle did not work in this case initially, but when you lachesis gave a push and Sickle, they followed remedies and it pushed off. Color Doppler came a result. Posttibial and popliteal arteries opened up. This is the first time I met that ultrasonologist who did this color Doppler, and he was saying that in a matter of just not even just I think not 10 days, your remedies opened up a PVD popliteal artery. And I said, why monophasic? He said, nothing to worry. It's just monophasic means there is a flow. It's more than enough. Dorsalis pedis is not showing flow, but it's okay. It's not required. Even there is a mild flow there that may not be detected by our machine. In the next visit, you can see that also is opening. And posttibial is more than enough because there is a connection between posttibial and dorsalis pedis and in the plantar this one. So it will be supplying the whole. That's the reason why the ulcers also healing. From then on, that particular ultrasonologist became such a lot of favoritism for homeopathy started showing. He never thought the homeopathy can do this. But this patient stayed in the hospital for 3 months. At the end, she went back walking. She went back walking. And we saved her leg, we saved her toes, and only there is an atto amputation of part of her great toe. I'll show you later on. I think last we'll put that video. I think just I think how
Yes,
much
sir.
time?
Yes, sir.
How much time
Sir,
we have?
we can do one more case after the discussion. I think we can go for a 5-minute discussion. I think everything is
Okay.
clear now.
Okay.
So,
Any?
if there is
Yeah.
anything, does any suggestions, we can move to the next case. I think.
Yes. Is there anything to share? We can share.
Some people have told. I think the doubts are cleared actually in between. We
Okay.
can move to the next case, sir. No problem.
Next case. Okay. So after this, I've seen many cases of the arterial blocks. But please, one thing you please understand, as somebody asked me, is it a dry or wet gangrene? See, wet gangrenes are very, very difficult. This is a dry gangrene. Dry gangrenes definitely we can do, especially with the background of diabetes. Suppose if it is due to TAOs with the smoking history, difficult. The reason is TAO with the smoking difficulty. Yes, we have done in some case, but the success rate is not as high as these PVDs. The reason is, see, that is actually not exactly a dynamic disease. You have created it. So what you created as Hahnemann says is very tough to go. So that's the reason why there we find a block. Please understand these pathologies. So smoking related TAOs, you have a tough time. But with the diabetes, what PVDs come, you have a very good chance. But always look for dry gangrene or wet gangrene. Wet gangrenes, please skip lesions, take care. You cannot simply go ahead with this. We have seen so many cases, even in my osteomyelitis, it's working well with homeopathy, doing well. And all those possible, but not that in every case you simply go blindly, but lot of dry gangrenes, after that we could manage it very well. I'll show an IVDP case, a man working telephone department, right side radiating pain down right leg. He was on continuously painkiller, SLRT at 40. This was his MRI. You can see the disc degeneration with the posterior disc protrusion at L4, L5. So he is really having a problem. I'll give a totality. Lower back pain, right sided complaint, radiation to right leg with this modality: exertion, walking, bending, lifting weight, and better by rest with a heart patient and thirst. What shall we do with this?
Suggest the medicine, doctors. Bryonia,
Bryonia, okay, one remedy.
Lycopodium,
Lycopodium. Which one?
Causticum, sir.
Causticum, okay.
Gnaphalium, sciatica, right sided.
Gnaphalium.
Please tell reasons for the drug.
Now Bryonia.
Why Bryonia? Carbo animalis have this carbo. Sanguinaria.
Sanguinaria. Why Bryonia?
More
Any
Bryonia
reason?
with movement and less rest. Bryonia.
Better by rest. Aggravation walking, better by rest. Okay. Fine. Sanguinaria, any reason?
For sanguinaria, what is the reason? I think a doctor. But I think the name is not mentioned actually. But
Okay.
the pulsatilla is also given.
Pardon?
Pulsatilla.
Pulsatilla. Okay. Okay. Gnaphalium, any reason? Already it said, I think it's left right sided, they said.
Yes.
It's sciatica.
Bryonia modality is right-sided hot.
Yes.
Markforce right-sided sciatica. Pulsatilla thirstless and hot.
Yes.
Then the sanguinaria right-sided extremity.
Okay.
Carbamazepine is lifting weights, pain in back.
Okay. Fine. Now we'll come to bit what are these drugs we suggest. See, bryonia in a single look, it can look like bryonia, very much possible. But again, I told you, every drug has got its pathology. Every drug has got specific pathology. I have not personally seen even a single case bryonia working for sciatica, IVDP. I have not seen. I'm not sure, but I have not seen. I have treated more than 70 to 80 IVDP cases very successfully without any problem, including those cases where the patient already developed muscular, they have the thinning of muscle atrophies because of non-use. And all these cases, none of these cases went for surgeries. Today, each one of them are doing whatever work they were supposed to do, all the work without even a single pain, they are able to do. That much is possible. So, bryonia, I have not seen. The reason is, see, bryonia doesn't cover your IVDP pathology. Bryonia covers the modality. Whatever modality I put up, it's covering. What is thermal state? It is covering. Right side, it is covering. Then, what will happen if you give bryonia? Either it will not work at all, or it will show initially there is something improvement, and after that, whole thing, the patient will drop out from you. He will not stay with you. So bryonia will never come. That's the one more thing why I say is never ever just look at only the form. This is called as a form. When you look at only the only modality, it's just a form. It is something like you are giving for a knee joint pain, aggravation, rest, first movement rest, aggravation, amelioration by continued movement. Our remedy will be probably Rastox. But that is not the only drug which is for this modality. Worse by first movement, amelioration by continued movement. We have so many other drugs, maybe even pulsatilla, lycopodium, medorinum, Veramet. There are so many drugs which cover the same modality. So when you give Rastox, you are just giving at a superficial level. It's not going to work. So same way, bryonia will not work for this case. Now MAGFOS. Somebody said MAGFOS because it's a right-sided. MAGFOS is not right-sided sciatica, it's a left-sided sciatica. MAGFOS is a right-sided remedy, agreed. But when it comes to sciatica, it's a left-sided sciatica. So that your point also goes with that. Sanguinaria, no, I have not seen sanguinaria, and there are only as a right side as one.
Sir, some more suggestions are coming up actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Caliboc bike for lower backache aggravation walking.
Yeah.
Cali iodate, no reason. Please tell the reason. Then
Yeah.
lycopodium, degeneration of all the miasms because of that lycopodium. Then
Okay.
Kali carb. Okay.
Okay.
Medorina.
Okay. Fine.
All of in the two.
Yes. So Cali, I think they have put on Cali carb, Cali by Cali iode. See, the three family people are there in this Cali. All the three have come. Again, let me tell you, Cali carb, Cali by, and Cali iode are left-sided sciatica. They are not right-sided sciatica. You look at the sciatica, where it comes. It doesn't come into right side. I don't know. Rarely I've seen a sciatica which is covered by this carry on right side. Left, yes, they do come, but not just because right side alone. There are other manifestations which you have to come up with. So Cali
Colosynth is
group,
right-sided, sir.
colosynth is right-sided. Colosynth is left-sided remedy, but with the right-sided sciatica.
Okay, sir.
So colosynth works so beautifully. Sometimes I just because we said colosynth, we had one medical student, a homeopath who started, who did her physiology, MSc physiology in Mangalore. She had an exam next morning. Previous day she had actually IVDP, but that previous evening she had a severe pain. She is unable to get up and go. She just called up and said, "Somehow, please make me all right. I have to write tomorrow exam morning." Next morning, she went and wrote exam. She had no problem at all. What saved her was colosynth. That is the promptness of action of colosynth in sciatica cases, not in left-sided, in right-sided sciatica. That's another aspect. Okay. So nephallium is a drug, yes, but nephallium is a drug which is worked very at a very, as a almost like a specific, because the main symptom of nephallium we see is a numbness. That's all in nephallium. So numbness is another common symptom of sciatica pains. When you don't get a remedy, Nephalium can be a remedy just to buy your time, but after that you may have to end up a indicated remedies. So Nephalium will work as long as there is you don't have a remedy. Otherwise, Nephalium works just a short time. It is not going to complete the action. Every drug, I told you again, have pathology. Every drug has got its own behavioral pattern. Nephalium cannot complete the action, but other drug, for example, Caliiode in sciatica will complete the action. Calicab, complete the action. Caliby, it will finish off. Lycopodium is enough. These drugs will finish off the case. But Briannia, no, it's not possible. Pulsatilla, yes, it can finish off. It's indicated, but not in this case. It's not indicated. So these are the drugs. Causticum, no.
Sir, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Sir, how can we how we know that the pathology of the drug? Because in keynote and in boric, we can find only symptoms now. So
See,
how we
keynote, yes,
identify?
yes, yeah. See, that is we have little bit of a drawback in this, but nowadays our young doctors are also much better, and we go into more pathologies. We understand. See, pathology is a bit more given in Boger. Our synoptic key, I mean, our Allen's keynote, we get only symptom, or some other books we get symptom, but Boger gives you more of, and Murphy's repertory gives you pathology. Boger gives you pathology. Bogus synoptic key gives you each drug pathologies are given, every drug. Boric, you see the small drugs, lot of pathologies given about small drug. If you are able to see, because these symptoms, when you look at the symptom, that also suggests you pathology, some of the symptoms. So that is our small drawback. That is why I put up some other place I told you earlier only. Somewhere we actually missed the bus when you talk about, we have not talked in the terms of pathologies. We have not talked in terms of microorganisms. We definitely missed the bus at that time. But today we are much better. Even in the COVID-19 cases, we have good number of remedies in our hand. These drugs will head on, they'll take this virus and they can make the patient all right. Even the patient from ICU. So that is the today confidence level of many of our young homeopaths. They are able to do it. It's really, we hats off to them. It's the main reason is we have many books today which are able to tell you. Plus, we may have to read. Even Boric you read, Boric will give you. You go by even any condition, a cardiac. You look at a cardiac condition, cardiac drugs you see. Each drug is representing a specific pathology. Not that we have to give any drug at any time. No, each drug is manifesting. We are able to understand by symptom cluster. That is why very important is understanding of medicine knowledge. That will give
Sir,
you symptom cluster. That will help you.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, then there is a doubt. If a remedy indicated by totality and not
Yeah.
covering pathology, then what to do?
Palliation. It will just palliate.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It will not. And if you repeatedly figure, it will suppress.
Okay, sir. Then another suggestion is coming up.
Yeah.
Actually, Phytolacca.
Yeah.
Aggravation
Phytolacca,
motion,
yes,
right-sided amelioration rest. Okay.
yes, possible. Again, it's a superficial remedy for this. Phytolacca is excellent remedy for OA, but not for sciatica. Excellent remedy for OA, but not for sciatica.
Okay, sir. We can move with
Yes.
the more
Okay.
the discussion. Okay. Stop the discussion. Okay, sir.
Lyco 200 was given. Has somebody already suggested lycopodium?
Yes, yes, yes. She was constantly sticking on the
Yes,
lycopodium.
yes, lycopodium. And that remedy has come for 2 weeks. Stop painkillers, 2 follow-ups, no relief. Unable to work, he has taken leave. So
Sure.
I had to admit him on 10/8/2016. I admitted him. His VAS visual analog scale, you know that VAS scale, it was 8 out of 10, 8. That is a severity. He could not do any work, and we stopped this painkiller also. I told him, you don't stop this painkiller because otherwise I am unable to assess you whether our medicine is working for you. He stopped, but we had to. Let me tell you, in homeopathy, admissions are best thing to do. When you do an admission, you are able to get lot of valid points. If the case otherwise fails, when you admit, that case can improve very well. Case can improve. You get lot of valid cues. See, these are comes not by what patient says. Many things patients say in your clinic also, but your observations, 24-hour observation is of utmost value, and that is only possible when you admit the patient. And admitted cases have a high success rate, and OP patients have a lesser success rate if you see that. So this observation by duty doctor, we just put him on placebo, not given any medicine, placebo, observed him. This is what observation, very irritable, always complaining, always asking questions, but very good with the physician. With the physician, there is no problem. Nobody, physician will not believe that he is doing this. But with the duty doctors, with others, he is highly irritable. Now what shall we do? Any remedies coming? What shall we do? What is the possibility? Hello? Hello?
There are some suggestions are there, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
So there some suggestions are there, sir.
Okay, okay,
Follows in the as irritability as good with physician, then
okay,
lachesis,
okay,
chamomilla,
okay,
thuja,
okay,
colocin, continue lycopodium, soft to superior, hard to inferior.
okay. That who told, the same person who suggested lycopodium or somebody else regarding that?
Somebody else actually.
Okay. Now, who was holding on to lycopodium? Have they changed their medicine?
I will check. Okay, actually many
Yeah.
many suggestions are coming.
Okay. Anyway, nice. Then
Sir,
people,
what about this lycopodium hypotensive?
possible. Why not? Yes, that's what I'm asking. Whether anybody is holding on to lycopodium, the same person again, or just changed into the next medicine. That's why I just asked.
There are three more doctors, Dr. Okra,
Ah,
then Dr. Shamila, Dr. Seema, Dr. Sheila, Dr. Manchu.
okay.
So many people are sticking to lycopodium
Oh,
potency.
nice. I think they're a bit confident about that drug. Fine. Now that's a nice observation, because what happened to him is, I think I'll go into that. He came into VAS 1, visual analog scale 1. Out of, from 0 is the last and 1. So from 8 he came down to 1 with 1 dose of that medicine. Which is that medicine? Significant relief. Nothing happened to him. He's all right. Is it colocin, lachesis, chamomilla, thuja, or lycopodium?
Nobody is answering, I think.
Lyco-10M.
Staff is agree, yeah. Feel
No.
follows in.
Yeah, Lyco-10M. We have just raised the potency from 200, went straight away into 10M. And 10M one dose, like what I think they are told also, the lycopodium, what see again, it confirmed your observations about the patient, confirmed it's still lycopodium. Very good with the physician, but not good with the subordinate, lower people. They thought others weak, other people are not so, they are not at upper level. So with them, they were bossing over. So again, lycopodium, no reason why lycopodium is not there. So that's why with that confidence, because we admitted that patient, we could put straight away into, instead of 1M, we straight away went to 10M. And that sealed that case, and this man is all right. His SLRT became negative. He was discharged with placebo. After that, we are not given. We gave him again lycopodium, maybe I think around after 3 months or something, and presently he's out. He's not doing anything. He's not having any medications. He's all right.
Okay, sir. That great, sir. So some discussion on this case. We are
Yes.
already timing up. We have a discussion
Yes.
for 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
Any discussions? Any doubts on this case? Sir, why 200 to 10 Mendel's?
Yeah. Why 200? Because we are now very sure of lycopodium. We were in the clinic not sure of lycopodium. We were okay, so we put on 200. But now very sure. Whatever is the reactions, what is showing is what he. That's why I said unsolicited symptoms. Symptoms which is throwing out without you asking him. That all things are lycopodium. Why can't you go to higher? And that too, what are we treating? We are treating is a neurological condition. IVDP
Okay.
is a condition where you can go to higher potency. Sensitivity is high. Go to higher potency.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you just move on to the first initial sites and just explain this case, sir? I think you have the initial
This
slides, sir.
same case, is it?
No. The cases slide, the initial part, sir. You have told regarding the unsolicited Stated symptoms right
Yes,
there.
yes,
Na?
yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay.
And also, why not where we can but dear doctors, please ask the questions relevant to the topic.
Yes, yes. If there is anything else, if they want to know, yes, fine.
Yes, okay, okay, sir. Then what is the role of physiotherapy?
Role of physiotherapy? Okay, I give very less importance to physiotherapy. Only those cases which require, which have atrophy of muscles. See, somewhere, some of those cases which are which had a, for example, long time IVDP and with that sciatica. Such cases, what will happen to is for them, their muscles will become thinner. The muscles, their girth, if you see, will be less. Such cases will require physiotherapy to improve the bulk of the muscle. Otherwise, the muscle power will reduce. So in such cases, physiotherapy will help you well. Otherwise, physiotherapy, better you don't go initially. The reason is when you do a physiotherapy, pains will increase. And that pain increase, they will think it is because of our medicine also, there is no use, pain is increasing. So that way you need not go for physiotherapy, including waist belt. All of us generally orthopedicians very favorite in giving waist belt as well as total rest, bed rest and physiotherapy. These things are on a long run is detrimental in the improvement of the patient. It will keep the patient as a patient only instead of making him all right. So it will not work.
Okay, sir.
This slide you are
Sir,
asking about.
so this unsolicited symptom,
Ah.
whenever there is unsolicited symptom, to give higher potency.
In the sense, not just higher potency. See, the unsolicited symptom in the sense, not that we ask and get, what patient himself gives you. It is in any area, it can be at mind, it can be at body. These are the symptoms which are of higher value because they are the one which show higher degree. They are generally of a three grade marks. So they will help you in your remedy selection. Once, see, the potency is, there are two factors depends your potency selection. The one factor is correspondence. How good is the correspondence with the remedy? Whether your remedy is corresponding at mind, physical generals, and particulars. If it is corresponding to all the three areas, you can definitely give that remedy in a higher potency, highest possible potency. You can straight away go for. That's one point. The second point is to give a higher potency is that type of pathology. If the pathology is more into a psychotic or syphilitic pathology, go to a moderate to lower potency. If it is psoriatic or tubercular pathology, go into higher potency. Because miasm when we meant, we also mean it is actually nothing but sensitivity. There is a lot of sensitivity and susceptibility aspects. Higher the susceptibility, higher the potency. Lower susceptibility, lower the potency. That
Okay,
way.
sir. Okay, sir. So I think we can conclude by now.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Vinodini, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
Just summarize the session and give a vote of thanks to Dr. Praveen, sir.
Yes, sir. So it was such a wonderful session, sir. You have given so many insights on how to take a case and how to deal with it, and how to deal with the progress of the case. Thank you so much, sir. It was such an eye-opener session, sir. On behalf of IHMA Kerala State Chapter, I express a deep sense of appreciation. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much to IHMA Kerala State, and special thanks to Dr. Deepu, who has actually kept on pressurizing me to come to this webinar. And I really thank you all. And you're all very active bunch of people, and so nice, so happy to see you all with the activities. Nice, carry on. Success is us and of homeopathy. Thank you, one and all.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And it's our pleasure that we will be doing more workshops like this. And hopefully we have you and expect more sessions from you. On this, some cases, I think many have get the idea. But
Yes.
now we have to move more forward more with the area. There are many questions
Yes,
like where we can study this pathology, the
Yes.
symptoms.
Yes.
That can be done another session. Okay.
Definitely possible. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.